Okay, so we go to the financial updates. Ito rin po ang binibigay kong updates sa ating mga kasama ng mga pinuntahan na namin ng mga regional press conferences. Ang una po ay yung tanong tungkol sa salary increase ng mga guro. Kasi from 2016 to 2023, so today we are in 2021, you can see in the table that starting 2016, all government employees, lahat po na nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno, nakasama ang mga guro, ay nagkakaroon ng increase or dagdag na sweldo kada taon. At makikita niyo po itong table na ito ay dahil po sa nagkaroon na ng batas, ang Salary Standardization Law of 2019, at yun po ay may 4 na tranches simula noong 2020 at inyo pong matatanggap hanggang 2023. Bigyan po natin ng example ng ating Teacher 1. Ang Teacher 1 ay entry level. Pag ikaw ay guro, ang una pong salary grade na iyong makukuha sa iyong appointment ay salary grade 11. Ngayong taon na ito, ang salary grade 11 Teacher 1 ay may basic salary na 23,877 kada buwan. Next year, ito po ay automatic na magiging 25,439 kada buwan. At hanggang 2023, ito po ay aabot ng 27,000 kada buwan. Entry level lang po yan. And you can be promoted to a Teacher 2, Teacher 3, Master Teacher 1, Master Teacher 2, Master Teacher 3, and then Master Teacher 4. At yung pinakamataas nga po natin na guro, siyempre, yan po ay meron ng experience, meron din pong qualification na siya pong na ginawa niya, no? Based on performance and based on qualification, ngayon po ay salary grade 21 na po ito. At this year, 60,901 per month. By 2023, it will become 63,997. So ito po ay isang paalala lamang kasi batas na po ito. At lagi po natin itong sinasama sa ating projection, forecasting, na requirement ng ating Department of Education para po na pag na-approve na yung budget natin by 2022 ay guaranteed ang mga salary increases ng mga nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno. Hindi lamang guro, lahat po. Pero syempre, we're talking about Department of Education. That's why we are highlighting the teachers because we really do care for the welfare and benefit of the teacher. Now, kung mapapansin ninyo, from Teacher 3, pupunta na ng Master Teacher 1. At salary grade 13, ang susunod ay salary grade 18. That is the reason why DepEd not only is implementing the salary increase, the Secretary, Liling Magtolis-Briones, has requested the Department of Budget and Management to provide more career opportunities for our teacher. And therefore, we are creating additional teacher position. So hindi po magtatapos sa Teacher 3, salary grade 13. Marami na pong pagkakataong kayo ay ma-promote dahil nagke-create na po tayo ng Teacher 5, Teacher 4, Teacher 5, Teacher 6, Teacher 7, and then pupunta na po siya sa Master Teacher 1. Hanggang sa magke-create pa rin po kami ng pinakamataas kasi kanina sa table hanggang Master Teacher 4 lang yon. Meron na rin pong Master Teacher 5. At ang Master Teacher 5 ang pinakamataas. From Teacher 1, Teacher 7, and then Master Teacher 1 to Teacher 5. Therefore, salary increase will be equivalent to your performance, to your qualification. Unlike the across-the-board salary increase na lahat po, bagong graduate, bagong pasok, magkakaroon ng increase, ay we are really looking for the equity and for the, of course, kung ano po yung deserving ng ating mga guro. At lahat naman po ng mga guro sa Department of Education deserves, you know, the benefit that they really need. Kasi nga po, ang pagtuturo ay hindi po isang trabaho, kung hindi ang pagtuturo ay isang division, isang misyon para sa ating mga guro. So I hope that's clear. Automatic salary increase until 2023. And good news, DBM has already been working on the creation of additional teacher positions from Teacher 4 to Teacher 7 and then Master Teacher 5. Another news is that ating pong bibigyan lang po ng enumeration ang mga natatanggap na po na 2021 this year may pondo ng mga personal services benefits. So this is about 2 slides. Again, this is a reminder of what we have been receiving, because marami po sa mga kasama natin ay minsan hindi pa aware or hindi pa alam kung ano yung mga existing na mga aside from the salary ay mga natatanggap natin. Again, this is also true for other government employees, but there are benefits na pangguro lamang. Sasabihin ko po yun isa-isa. For example, every month may 2,000 po tayong additional na pera. Ang tawag doon, Personal Economic Relief Allowance. So kanina nakita niyo yung basic salary, plus 2,000 pa po yun every month. We also have clothing uniform allowance, that's 6,000 per year. And since last year, nagko-COVID tayo, and this year, the Secretary has allowed the flexibility to use your clothing allowance of 6,000 per your personal decision. Ito po ay pera na ating pong i-release, ibinabayad sa mga empleyado. They can decide to buy a new set of uniform, or they can also keep it, no, at gamitin sa iba pa mga pangangailangan nila sa kanilang pagtatrabaho. So that's the flexibility that the Secretary has approved. Since last year, we have been receiving that clothing allowance every year, 6,000. May bago na rin po tayong design ng uniform para po magkaroon na ng, kung meron po kayong decision, personal decision na gusto nyo gamitin yung 6,000 to have your uniform, ay gagamitin nyo na po yung bagong design ng ating uniform for teachers and non-teaching position. Also, just recently, the mid-year bonus was given, May 15, kasi May 25 na po ngayon. So I hope natanggap nyo na po, or maybe processing for the others, kasi meron din po tayong processing for the request of the cashback app. But it has been authorized through the budget law that our mid-year bonus equivalent to 1 month basic pay of the employee should be given by May 15 of the current year. Also, we have the special hardship allowance. The special hardship allowance, meron din po tayong news, kakalabas lang within the week, that DBM and DepEd has signed a new joint circular so that the criteria of special hardship allowance will be easier to implement, plus including ating pong mga COVID hazard and hardship kasama na po dito. At meron pong hardship index that I hope Yusek Jess is around so he can give us the update, kasi meron na po tayong hardship index, madali na siya makompute, no need for documentation, and it will be processed based on the criteria of the special hardship allowance. Special hardship allowance is special for teachers. Okay? Honoraria for teaching overload. Okay, hindi rin po wala pong overtime pay ang mga teachers. Isa po sa mga concern and issue ito na ating pong ginagawa ng paraan through the Civil Service Commission and Department of Budget and Management. Bakit nga ba walang overtime pay ang mga teacher? Kasi po, in a school year, 10 months yun, yung 2 buwan ay bakasyon. No? Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon po ng gap or nagkakaroon ng break ang mga teachers. But because of COVID, nagbago, nag-move ang ating school year. Nag-start tayo ng October last year at mag-end ng July. And we do not know when will be the next school year calendar. Mamaya, magiging usapan natin yan. Ay marami sa mga teachers natin ang nanghihingi ng overtime pay. We would really want to also give the overtime pay. However, we do not have the legal basis as of now. Because teachers are allowed only for teaching overload. And teaching overload is paid through an honoraria. Wag po kayo mag-alala. Si Yusek Jess din po, in charge of our HR, is working with Civil Service Commission para maklarify ang pagbabayad ng overtime pay, teaching overload, or service credit para sa ating mga teachers. Ito po ay inaasikaso natin. Another benefit only for teachers is the World Teachers Day incentive. Every October 5. No? Hindi niyo po makakalimutan kasi World Teachers Day yan. October 5, we give thanks to our teachers. And in our budget, there is 1,000 per teacher na ating pong binibigay as cash benefit to our dear teachers. Next is year-end bonus. So kanina may mid-year 1 month. Another one, this is 14th month pay, is another 1 month basic pay. And it should be given. Please check the year-end bonus. Hindi po to as of October 31. It should be given November 15. Ano na lang po, paayos na lang po. By law, it should be by not earlier than November 15. That is our year-end bonus. Also, meron din po tayong RATA, Representation Allowance and Transportation Allowance. Binibigay po ito sa mga posisyon or mga functions na kailangan nila ng ganyan. May criteria rin po yan at sinusunod natin yan dahil DBM issued din po ito na guidelines at yan ay additional to all the salaries and benefits. But for a certain position or a certain function of an employee or official. Another one is step increment due to length of service. Kanina nakita niyo po no, may salary grade 11, 12, 13. So example natin yung teacher 1, yung salary grade 11, mula po yan sa step 1 hanggang step 8. Tumataas din yung sweldo. So kahit salary grade 11 ka, every 3 years, automatic po yung step niya tumataas. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5 hanggang 8. Yun din po yung nakukuha ng ating mga teacher na hindi nagkakaroon ng chance for promotion or nagiging stable siya sa kanyang salary grade. There should be a 3-year step increment. Every 3 years, mabibigyan po siya ng salary grade advancement. Kailangan po tumataas siya. Next, sa slide will be another list of benefits and allowances. We are in number 10. This is PEI, Productivity Enhancement Incentive. That is 5,000 per year. Also, cash gift, 5,000 per year. All of these are subject to conditions of our DBM circulars. And another step increment para sa mga teachers na nagtuturo ng science and math. Kung yung nagtuturo ng science and math, meron kang 1 time 3 salary step increments. Depende kung saang salary grade ka na doon. And lastly, loyalty cash incentive, 1,000 per year of service. Nagsisimula kapag ikaw ay naka 10 years na regular employee. At your 10th year, you will receive 10,000. And then every 5 years, meron ka rin loyalty cash incentive. There are benefits also chargeable to MOE. Meron po tayong cash allowance para sa mga guro. Ito po ay 5,000 pesos. Dati po, last year, 3,500 ito. This year, nag-increase na siya to 5,000 pesos. And the cash allowance is given not earlier than the school year calendar. So, importante po na magkaroon tayo ng desisyon kung kailan yung susunod na school year calendar dahil ihahanda din po namin sa finance ang pagbibigay ng cash allowance para sa ating mga guro. Last year, this is 3,500, but this year, this is now 5,000 pesos. Also, there is a transportation and teaching aid allowance for our alternative learning service teachers. Ito po yung mga teachers, ALS ang tawag kasi hindi po pumapasok sa eskwelahan na regular ang mga bata. Although ngayon wala na tayong face-to-face classes, so parang halos lahat din ay nagkakaroon na ng ALS. But these are teachers who are teaching yung mga out of school na po yung age range. At dahil iba po yung klase na kanilang pagtuturo, meron po silang allowances kagaya ng transportation and teaching aid allowance na 3,000 at 5,000. So iyan po ay ilan lamang sa mga ginagawa natin ng mga benepisyo at para sa mga suporta ng ginagawa natin para sa ating mga guro. Siyempre, kumbaga sa military, no, kung may mga sundalo, kami naman ay siyempre ang mga guro, kailangan nating alagaan at kailangan din magbigay ng suporta para sa kanila. Ito po ay nakalagay na sa ating budget and we are always maintaining the release of the benefits and the salary to be on time. In fact, during the COVID, last year, our Secretary Liling has issued the advanced processing of salaries to all our employees and to the teachers. Kaya po nakukuha nila ng mas maaga kahit po meron tayong pandemic or emergency. Isa pa po sa ginagawa natin ngayon ay yung payroll processing. Ang pagsweldo po kasi ng mga guro, ang nangyayari isang beses lang kada buwan. And this is happening because we are really a lot. 900,000 teachers nationwide. So isang regional office, siguro po on average 100,000 na empleyado ang kailangan niyang gawin ang payroll. Kaya nangyayari isang beses lang kada buwan. But ngayon, nag-approve na po si Secretary through a memorandum that ASEC Mon and I sent to her and proposed that allow na natin. No? Let's allow the 2 months processing of payroll, especially for the division level. Pwede na po papayagan natin ang division office na mag-process ng sarili ninyong payroll. Ihiwalay na kayo sa regional office. Basta po ready kayo in terms of the process, na system. Kaya po yung readiness po or interest ng mga division offices to prepare your own payroll ay i-evaluate ng ating regional automatic payroll deduction system task force at ng ating syempre IT office para po matulungan ng mga teacher na magkaroon na po sila ng twice a month payroll or salary, hindi po kagaya dati na once a month lamang. Another good news for our teachers and for our employees in the DepEd is in preparation for the election. Our Secretary Briones, has written formally COMELEC and requested for the proposed increase in your honoraria. Nakikita niyo po sa table na ito ang mga increases ng honoraria bawat role or function na inyo pong gagawin. At hindi lamang po sa increase ng honoraria, nag-request din po ang ating DepEd Secretary ng transportation allowance, ng food and water allowance, health insurance coverage, and of course is yung pondo para malinis at mabalik yung paggamit natin ng eskwelahan after ng election. Kasi nangyayari, nakikita po natin syempre pagka election ginagamit ng ating mga schools, ang mga classroom, but definitely we have to clean up and get it ready. Kasi po, aabutan na po yung school year calendar natin next year ng halalan ay nag-aaral din ng mga bata. So we have to really prepare for that. And the good news is the COMELEC has positively responded to DepEd and said that they will include the increase on honoraria and the other allowances will be discussed with the Department of Budget and Management. So let's wait for the approval of the budget of COMELEC kasi sa kanila po ito malalagay. Doon po mapupunta ang pondo at sila po nagre-release ng mga honoraria and other allowances related to election. Lastly, again, we will just remind, especially for Mimaropa, sa inyo pong 7 division offices, I hope na-process nyo na, naibigay nyo na po yung mid-year bonus. Kasi ang total mid-year bonus ng DepEd, sa DepEd alone, this is 26.2 billion pesos. That means every month kami po ay nagpa-process ng sweldo na umaabot ng 26.2 billion a month. Dahil 1 month salary po equivalent yan. Also, we are reminding that the clothing allowance should be given kasi noong April 5 pa po natin inauthorize na i-process nyo at ibigay ang 6,000 clothing allowance. At sa total ng DepEd budget, ang clothing allowance is about 5.56 billion already. So, having said that, we just reiterate how big the department is already. We're reaching a level of 1 million employees already. And yun pong ating sinisilbihan na populasyon ay about 26 million learners. Kaya napakalaki po ng responsibilidad na ating pong dapat na gagawin. But don't worry, your department, your secretary is taking care of it. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.